This is an OB ultrasound that was read as uncertain if there is an intrauterine pregnancy. With that said, though, I think you have enough to say there is a clear IUP. You don't necessarily see a fetal heart rate, but I think this is enough to illustrate that the pregnancy is definitely intrauterine. One thing you can do to try to make it more clear is that number one, you can zoom. First off, your depth is set to 15 centimeters here. The pregnancy is only about 5. So if you decrease your depth or you just use the zoom function, maybe you can see into the gestational sac to see if there's a clear heartbeat or not. The other thing you can do in patients who are relatively skinny, and I think this patient qualifies, if you have someone where you think all you need to go down is about 5 or 6 centimeters, you can actually use the linear probe. It's a high frequency probe that we don't normally think of using in the abdomen, but in someone who's relatively skinny, I think in this patient it would work. You'll be able to get a more clearer view of the pregnancy. So the main take home points, one, I think this is enough to say there's a clear IUP. Whether it's fetal demise or not is a different story, and that's where you would want to try to focus on getting a good heartbeat. The other thing to mention was that I would either decrease your depth, zoom in, or change your probe to the linear probe. Hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for saving.